What's up and welcome to Around with the Boys podcast. On this show, we talk about life, sports, business, and all the cool shit in between. I'm your host, James Rackley, and along with me as always is my co-host,
Johnny Dunleavy.
Mr. Johnny Dunleavy. So sit back, relax, crack you a cold one, and enjoy the show.
Here we are again, Jimmy.
Yeah, we meet again, my brother.
We meet again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Around with the Boys podcast. This is episode 48. Today is Wednesday, October 20th. Be sure to subscribe on whatever platform you use to listen to podcasts, as well as our YouTube channel. We're live again on YouTube and Twitch as we speak. Hop on and join, interact, comment, be a part of the show with us. And follow our socials at Around W the Boys, as always.
Yep.
How's it going, Jimmy?
It's good, man.
We got a little hump day action today.
Yeah, it's a little hump day. Coming at you a little earlier. You gotta go.
Yeah, I get to go play Funkle this weekend.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Watching my sister's kids in Charlotte. I gotta head up there in the morning.
Yeah.
But they're going to Nashville for their anniversary.
Cool.
For a concert. So yeah, my nephew has a baseball tournament, AAU baseball tournament all day Saturday.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Kate's like, you're gonna be at the ball field all day.
How many games?
I said, I can't wait. I think 3 or 4.
Well, if you don't get a hot dog while you're out there,
dude, I'm bringing my glove and everything. It's
yeah.
funny. So he's a short, stocky fella like myself. He's 9. His name's Ben, and he can pitch and he can hit. And they call him the Great Ben Bino.
That's
just
awesome.
An unreal nickname.
That's awesome.
He's already winning that. Anyways, last week, what up, Captain? Last week we talked about William Shatner going to space. We touched on the Murdaugh murders, the port congestion. This week we're going to talk about Pokemon. So we're going to switch it up a bit. The Pokemon Oreos specifically, the baseball trading card craze and how that's blown up again. And then I saw a cool story of someone finding something that's probably one of the rarest items ever. So we'll get to it. Pokemon Oreos. You wanted to talk about this today.
Well, I just thought it was crazy.
It's wild.
So it turns out Oreo, when did this? I don't even remember the campaign.
So they
started,
launched a campaign earlier this month, beginning of October. There are 16 different Pokemon on the Oreo cookies. I guess the face of them. But there's one extremely rare Pokemon by the name of Mythical Mew, who I believe is the evolution version of Mewtwo. I remember. Included in random packs. Now, people who have found this Mythical Mew have these Oreos for sale between anywhere from $50 to $100,000.
Yeah, obviously the $100,000 one's probably not going to get hit that much, but there were people buying this shit for $15,000. An Oreo.
It's mind blowing to me, but
what I think's the most mind blowing is how Pokemon
is back.
It's stayed relevant like this
That's
whole
true.
time.
No, you're right. It never left.
It's just ebbs and flows of it, and then it comes out again. They're like even in that article, they're saying like the Pokemon brand is genius when it comes to making their shit like collectible items.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yes, and always finding new avenues.
Yeah, like a fucking Oreo.
So Pokemon came out, 90s, right? I had a pretty nice collection.
Yeah.
Back when I was living in Jersey as a young boy. I sold it stupidly in early 2000s for $350. I know for a fact I had a holographic Charizard, all these cards that are going for thousands and thousands now.
Yeah.
But funny story, the first thing I ever sold on eBay in 1999, yes, I've had eBay that long, were the collection of the 3 Pokemon balls that you got from Burger King.
Really?
Yep. Dude he mailed me a money order. I got it in the mail, and then I put them things in a bag, rode my bike to the post office, sent it off to him.
He mailed you a money order?
That's how you had to pay back then.
It's just funny, man.
They didn't have PayPal.
He had a check. He could have wrote a check.
PayPal, well, no, only money orders were accepted because.
Oh, really? For on eBay?
Mm-hmm, yeah, because then it's actual cash,
right?
People, you don't be sending bad checks.
Yeah, I know, but anybody could cash that money order.
Well, no, it's made out to you. But either way, wild how long it's been around. But so Pokemon, right? The craze, and then they get the Pokemon Snap, right? The game,
Yeah.
the video game for Nintendo. Very big. Keep going, kind of fades away. Oh, no. Smartphones are out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hit everybody with Pokemon Go. And holy shit. I mean, that was like, what, 3-4 years ago. Still going now.
Yeah.
But when that craze, I mean, we're talking mobs of people running through. We had a training center at our old Megacorp office. And we would look outside, and we had a fountain. For whatever reason, the geomap on that Pokemon Go game had that fountain as like one of the top training centers in town. So I guess
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, at any given time during the day, you'd look out there, especially after 5, there'd be like 6 people just standing around looking at their phones at the fountain. And we don't know who they are, but they're just standing there. And you're like, what the And finally we asked, like, oh, it's a Pokemon Go training center.
And dude, you know what was wild? Like, 'cause I remember people coming in the furniture store, like when like kids, like were like finding, I don't know what you call these little creatures, but like some Pokemon stuff scattered around the store, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But their parents were playing too, and that's what I thought was like genius on them, because the kids have all access to this smart shit.
Yeah.
Right. Then the parents got hooked, and so like,
Yeah, it's bonding. Family bonding.
Yeah,
time.
family bonding. We're chasing whatever the hell.
We're chasing Pikachu, man.
But that was legit happening.
Yeah.
And thus, that's probably why this Oreo thing is, because
Well, that's what it is. It's just they always find another way.
yeah, they stay relevant. Because I don't like, for real, most young kids from our age, like at that time period, had a Pokemon or at least a handful of cards.
Yeah.
Or at least tried to start a set. You get what I'm saying?
The Pokemon game on Game Boy,
Oh yeah,
one of the best games ever made.
Yeah,
you
for
could
sure.
get the yellow, the blue, or the red version, or get them all and beat them.
Did you beat the game or whatever?
Yeah, so I had one. I had a Game Boy, and both my little brothers had one. So we got one color of each game, and then we just rotated.
Brothers, that's awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah, my brother had he had that.
Yeah,
So I just really wasn't a.
dude. When
I
the
never
Game,
have been a
when the
video
Game Boy
game guy.
Color came out, sheesh, that was legit.
That was a hot ticket item under the tree for sure.
Hot ticket item. But yeah, no, Pokemon. And now I see more and more, like on Twitch and stuff, are people opening like rare card packs, right?
Yeah.
And
You were telling me about this, like they're like filming themselves opening.
Yeah, basically. So what it is like the main camera. So let's say you're sitting at a desk, right?
Yeah.
And you have a pack of cards in your hand. The main camera is right here,
Yeah.
right on the cards as you're opening them, right?
All right.
And then they have another camera on their face, but in a little corner.
Yeah.
And dude, I watched this dude. He opened and he got it like a holographic. It was he bought or found. I don't know how he got it, but it was a case. So it was 20 packs of like the first edition Pokemon, like we would buy back in '99, right? And he got a holographic Charizard out of that thing. I think it's $200,000 card.
God.
And he's like freaking out right on camera. He's screaming. Like he has every Pokemon memorabilia you could ever imagine behind him. These neon lights and like.
And you just hang out that.
He's like 35.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, bro, that's a $200,000.
Oh, I get it, but I'm like, if you've been in the game,
If not, maybe even more. I mean, what's his name? Fucking Logan Paul or Jake Paul, whoever the fuck it is. He's got like the rarest Pokemon card ever in a case, and remember he wore it around his neck for the fight, the boxing Mayweather fight, I guess.
I mean, honestly, no, I don't remember that part. I wasn't watching the. I
Either
watched
way.
the fight, but I just.
When he was coming out, he had it as like a chain around his neck.
Damn.
Yeah, the rarest Pokemon card ever, supposedly.
How
But it's
much
just wild.
Yeah, I wonder how much that was.
Oh, I mean,
Well, the thing is, like, so that guy, I'm assuming he bought. Let's say he paid like $2,000 for a box of unopened cards.
yeah.
Kind of like Storage Wars. You don't know what's in there.
Also a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that'd be kind of fun.
I was gonna say, should we like throw some money together and buy a storage unit? Like,
It'd be money I'd have to like be able to let go of, because
Yeah.
what if you got a real dud?
Yeah.
It's not all
I mean,
like
I'm not
TV.
saying more than like if we get one for like $500. That'd be worth it.
Just to see what's going on in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with my connections, my mom's shop and shit.
Well,
we'll try to figure
that's
it out.
why I would more along the lines to do it, because so for those who don't know, John's mom runs a thrift shop,
Yep.
and like just
It's called Nifty Thrifty. It's
Yeah.
the highest rated thrift shop on Google in Wilmington. Shout out, Mom.
there you go.
I call it the boutique of thrift shops.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only nice things, and they expanded the store. They're double in size now.
Excellent.
But they're partnered with the Good Shepherd Homeless Shelter, which is cool, Right. So if you were to shop there, some of your money goes to
Like
good
basically
cause.
what I'm saying is like obviously you're buying that storage unit looking for the antique that's worth X amount, but like if not, you could still
Right. Like
sell some stuff off.
I go there to this hat I'm wearing. She found it's like the best thrift shop hat I've ever gotten. This Alaska hat. It's disgusting because I wear it all the time, but I've gotten more comments on this hat than anything else I own.
Which is crazy.
Crazy.
You never even been to Alaska.
Hell no, I'd like to go though.
I'd go in a heartbeat.
Would you ever do an Alaskan cruise? Em and I were talking about that.
Man, I'd probably do an Alaskan cruise because I don't know, man. That just seems like it'd be calmer up there, like the water, maybe.
Yep, that's for sure.
Because for me, I go out just a little ways and I get seasick. I don't throw up, but I get a massive headache. So
That could happen.
no, but I bet you the Pokemon people.
I wonder how the Pokemon Go was popping off up there in Anchorage.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
God knows where they had to go.
Yeah, I wonder. So I wonder if you had to like go to a certain, if like the rarest Pokemon was only located in.
Well, you couldn't even doesn't have to be like Wi-Fi or like you couldn't even pull it up on your thing to win. But dude,
No service up there.
yeah.
Yeah. That's you're in the middle of nowhere.
But it is genius though, because then what was the other one? Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh followed it. That was hot for a while.
Dan's big on the Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, he's still in that, and I wish Dan had his damn. He probably still has some Pokemon stuff because that guy. I mean, he'd go to tournaments. Remember those tournaments? They'd actually play.
Listen, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
He would he represented when.
Oh my God, yeah.
He represented like the women's team or something something.
That was in Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
In Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah.
He went to some like
Or Magic the Gathering.
it
was one of those, man.
This man went to some like
you would never expect it from this man.
some like district championship or something, some tournament.
Yeah,
because he qualified
Cape
to
Fear
get in.
Games is where it was. Yeah, he qualified.
It's like
I
what?
forgot he did all that.
Because we were watching soccer games one weekend and he was supposed to come. He's like, "Oh no, dude, I qualified for
That's right.
whatever
He didn't come and watch the
Dungeons
game.
and Dragons and Yu-Gi-Ohs," and I was like, "Dude, that's kind of cool, dude."
I do remember that.
Like, I wish I could go with you just to see what that's like.
He's gonna be down next week. We'll get him on.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure people dressed up in costumes and shit.
Can you imagine?
Like, no doubt.
The Pokemon cosplay has to be like a spectacle.
Dude, and see, that's the thing. I would love to go to that. And I'm not even making fun of these people. My thing is,
because I was all about this shit too.
well, it's not that. I just like to see people who are stoked about whatever they love.
Passionate.
And
Passionate people.
Yeah, just to see it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I have no desire to even play the game. But, like, just to see or feel their energy about it. I'm like, damn, all right, this is cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'd like to do that for just about anything, honestly, because like the things are endless that people love, right?
For real. And like the same energy and passion you probably had about soccer,
Yeah.
right? That's what they have about Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Fun fact for you too: the Pokemon movie, the voice of Ash Ketchum, right, the main character, got to catch them all, is played by a woman.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
She dressed up as, well, no, she went to the Pokemon cosplay thing like a month ago and walked around, and anyone dressed up as Ash Ketchum, she took a photo with him. Not one of them knew who she was, but she is Ash Ketchum.
Damn. I bet if they did know, they would have shit themselves.
Well, when they saw her TikTok video of just like edit after edit of her taking photos of people, they were probably like,
yeah,
oh, shit.
damn it.
Because she was like, oh, you look like a great Ash Ketchum. Can I take a photo with you? So they thought they were,
Yeah.
oh, she wants to take a photo with me. All the way around. But Pokemon will never die.
No.
It will never die. It's just repeatedly, the Oreos, like, who would have thought? Why Oreos?
And the only reason I knew about this Oreo thing is because, like, I had a client meeting, and they were talking about, like, the next subject, which we're going to hit on, which is baseball.
Yeah.
But, like, they were like, yeah, we got a cool card stuff over there. And, like, dude, have you heard about this Oreo shit? I was like, no.
Yeah, so now I'm wondering, is it just the regular Oreos? Is it the double stuffed? Is it the
I think it's the regular.
The white Oreos, right? Which are my jam.
Listen, I'm a big fan of the double stuff. I could mow down a whole box of Oreos.
They have a Funfetti Oreo, too. Also fire.
Oh, my God.
Also fire.
That one
That's
hits
with the vanilla cookies, not the chocolate. And the the filling is like Funfetti.
Yeah, well, that's delicious. So, I mean, for me, like, obviously, if it didn't have a rare one in there, I'm just eating the whole sleeve.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, and, like, imagine having to, like, it takes a lot of willpower to stop yourself and inspect this Oreo before taking a bite of it.
Well, now that I know about this, like, hell, I'd go buy one for fun right now. Just eat some Oreos
You
tonight.
should have picked up some on the way.
Well, I didn't think we didn't
Get
really.
some on the way home.
Yeah, that's a good
Do
call.
it. And who knows? You could get a $10,000
Well,
rare
who
one.
knows where they're even selling it right now with all these
Yeah, probably sold
supply
out.
chains and all that. Like, it's probably gone. There's no replenishing, which might make them even more rare. So if you do accidentally, without even knowing, buy them, or your kids are buying them, want them, save it.
Save it.
Don't even open the pack.
Oh, like the actual whole pack of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Because think about it. For me, if I'm looking at it like, all right, dude, say I saved up 10 of those packs, and like I pull the whole, hey, I'll sell you this pack for $500.
Yeah.
You know, you might have some 20 grand Oreo in there.
Which goes right along with the whole Pokemon card opening, and also the baseball card
Yeah.
trade is. I mean, I can't remember the last time baseball cards were like this relevant.
Yeah, I mean, they're really popping off, and obviously it's World Series time, but they were hot this summer and all that. But me personally, my little 2 cents on this, like, remember how we discussed the episode a ways back, because we do this every week, talking about how people are investing in like fine art and stuff like that,
Yes.
and how it appreciates just as much, if not more, as like your stock portfolios.
Yeah, or a house or something. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so to me, I think people, that's just kind of that aura of that going on with the art and all that. People just kind of went like, wait a minute, I could do the same with memorabilia and all that. Just wait
Yeah.
and buy and hold. That's literally what you're doing.
Yep.
So that kind of
Autographs were like
and it's
the
it's a great diversifying thing, because if you think about it, like, dude, this Bitcoin thing's out there now. You know, most people 50 and up are like, I don't know about that. You know what I mean?
I
mean, a lot. I mean, yes, it's getting bigger.
If you're not involved, if you're just a regular old Joe, upwards of that age, like, you're probably not going to get involved. But if you talk to like finance people a lot and you're that age, like, you're doing it. I mean, I had Fox Business on.
I get that, but here's the difference. You can hold this in your hand.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair.
That's what I'm saying.
Explaining a crypto wallet to them would probably be pretty tough.
Yes, that crypto wallet that's controlled by some algorithm out there.
26 character key code and all that.
Yeah, that's not even secured. If it messes up, you lose your money, right?
I mean, yes and no. You can get physical ones, but yeah.
But
I get it. It's way over their head.
Yeah, this is like right here in my hand.
Yeah.
This is $1 million card.
Yep.
Excellente. And I know.
Put it in a plastic case, and that's it.
And put it in your damn safe and chill. And you open that safe up in 2 years, and it's going to be worth more.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's very
And then
true.
if the market gets hot, like now, obviously, when it starts becoming a craze, I mean, that's when it's most valuable, and then just, there you go.
Yeah, and it is a craze. Like, the events they're having for these baseball trading bonanzas are pretty wild. And I'm the same videos, just like the Pokemon card opening videos, right? The baseball card opening videos are just as electric.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like a big thing, which we'll get to, but Topps signed over the licensing deal. Topps baseball cards have been around since I can remember.
Yeah.
Years. I mean, way longer than we've been alive.
I mean,
but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Look at my notes here. So the first cards came out in the 1860s, right?
Yeah, that was like the first card.
Yep.
Not many of them.
Not many of
Civil War
them.
days.
In the 1880s, though, when photography was more accessible, that's when they started mass producing them. Tobacco brands, such as Old Judge and Gypsy Queen, started inserting cards of players into their cigarette packs, mainly to keep the flimsy packaging intact.
Yeah.
Everyone was buying tobacco.
Dude, everyone smoked.
Literally everyone.
Yeah.
They started to become a hit. The baseball cards started to become a hit with the fans in the 30s, because when you got a pack of cards, it came with a free piece of chewing gum.
Yeah. So Topps, just to drop this in there real quick, Topps started making baseball cards in 1951.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah. But before that, it was mainly like tobacco companies and stuff like that had baseball cards. And then there was a chewing gum.
The chewing gum companies started to get into it.
Yeah, and the kids were like, it's mainly to get the cigarette or the
chewing gum.
The
same
chewing
reason
gum.
the adults were buying them. But
Yeah,
for gum.
it's just all the same.
Right.
Which is wild.
The baseball card phenomena grew to popularity in the 1980s when rookie cards became the craze.
Yeah.
Right? So in 1991, an industry standard for grading and authenticating the cards was established. So they had already had grading and authenticating for memorabilia, right? Autographs, other things.
Everything else but cards.
Specifically for cards was introduced in 91, which you have to pay to get your shit graded.
Yeah, for those you don't know, if you
it's $125.
Yeah, well, actually the prices just went up.
Well, now it is.
Yeah, well, because I talked to those guys, and there's less grade. I mean, all this bullshit, right?
There's not less graders. There's more demand.
Either way, dude. But what I'm saying is, like, I think that's cool because that really puts that stamp of, like, boom, like, this is the real deal.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's certificate of authenticity, right? Like,
but I'd be nervous Nelly sending a expensive card off in the mail.
I'd be terrified. Well, I mean, I would get mad insurance on it. I'd pay the $100.
I mean, obviously, but, like,
even still, like, if they lose it, yeah, you get money. You don't get the card.
Yeah. I mean, I'd almost drive there.
Yeah.
Or hand deliver it.
Well, I have videos people fly.
Yeah, dude, forget that.
I mean, you might as well pay $500, get you a flight, keep it in a nice case in your hand.
Yeah.
But either way, like, that picture of Dele Alli that's signed is certificate of authenticity, which, I mean, that changes everything. You got that, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
well, nobody's going to buy. I would not drop thousands of dollars on something that was not stamped.
Like Pawn Stars. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
People come in there with things, and he's got a.
They got a guy.
He's
for
always
everything.
got. That's what I was about to say. Always have a guy for everything.
But to be honest with you, like Vegas, there is a guy and a girl for everything.
That is, I always forget they're in Vegas.
Yeah, because it's just wild, dude. Vegas, you can literally do anything. And the only reason I'm talking about it, my roommate just got back from Vegas.
Yeah.
Man, slept for a day and a half after that trip.
I can't even imagine.
He was there for a week, so yeah, I'd sleep for.
It's a lot.
Damn, 3 days too.
But this year, right, Topps did a deal with Fanatics.
Mm-hmm.
For the licensing, Fanatics is going to start producing ball cards in 2026.
Yep.
So the reign of Topps is coming to an end, which is crazy because every package I ever saw usually was just Topps.
It's crazy, and now your Topps cards are going to be more valuable now.
Exactly. So it's just another reason. If you have a card collection, hold it. Like, literally forever.
Unless, like, obviously dire measures.
And if you have one of these 5 cards I am about to say, then let's talk. No, I'm kidding. Then you got something on your hands.
Yeah, let's say you ain't got this card.
Yeah. All right. The number 5 most valuable baseball card is a 1968 Topps rookie Nolan Ryan. It was sold this year for $600,000. Little backstory on Nolan Ryan. Dude was a boss. He played from 1966 to 1993. It's 27 seasons for you mathematicians out there. He has the MLB record 5,714 strikeouts. The rookie card was produced in 1968, even though he started playing in 66. But it is his rookie card, Topps 1968. Number 4, 2009 Bowman Draft Superfractor, which has the gold shiny prism around the
Yeah.
If you
hold in the sunlight and like
changes
the colors go
the
around
right?
on the edges.
It is a signed 1 of 1, meaning only one produced, Mike Trout rookie card, which is valued. It's sold this year for $3.9 million.
Yeah, signed. Yeah.
It's a 1 of 1. It's the only one ever made, signed by Trout. Sheesh.
Yeah, dude.
And Trout's still balling.
Well, that's what's crazy to me is like, dude, the majority of the people on the list are like not here anymore. Definitely not playing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So like, that guy's still in the game, and he's walking around.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Dog,
right?
my card's worth 3.9, son.
Yeah, top 5 in the world.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty awesome.
Ever, like.
Yeah, Mike Trout's a ball player, too.
Yeah.
Number 3, a 1933 Gowdy, which is the company, Babe Ruth card. That sold for $4.2 million in July 2021. This card came out a year after his final World Series title. Gowdy, the Gowdy company, was a gum company.
Yeah.
Someone bought a pack of gum, got this Babe Ruth card.
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh.
And held it. Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, so that's incredible.
Yeah, the fact that people actually hold on to these is pretty cool. I think this number 2.
Well, the Babe, like, the cool thing about the Babe, he had like 4 or 5 nicknames. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just legendary in itself.
Yeah. And he was just like a legend, like a pitcher and a home run hitter and also a alcoholic cigar smoker.
Yeah, they had a great time and hit the shit out of a baseball.
Yeah, it's so funny to see him, and you're like,
that guy?
that guy? Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy.
No, look at the old footage of him running the bases. That shit's funny.
Yeah, he like waddles like a penguin. He's like the penguin from Batman out there.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man.
It's so good. All right, the second most valuable card.
Oh, before you get there, I'm sorry. Speaking of old shit, I did not realize there's a picture. You know the picture of the dudes eating lunch on the high beams in New York City?
Yeah, classic photo.
There's a picture of the camera guy up there, like, getting ready to take the picture.
Oh, whoa, really?
Dude, because I was filming for that roof company the other day, and the dude pulled it up, and it's this dude in like a, back in the day, if you were walking down the street, you had like a suit on. That's like the dress.
Right.
This dude had dress shoes on and a suit, holding this camera on a steel beam up there, like leaning, with dress shoes on, dude.
Dude.
I literally, I saw that. I was like, why is that picture not gone everywhere? I mean, I get it, the workers, but good God.
How do you even keep your footing? I mean, like, dude, like hardwood floors?
Dude, I'm getting butterflies right now talking about it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like the same shit we were talking about last week when that dude's standing on the edge of that platform.
Yeah, dude.
However high up he was in the air.
Yeah. That was crazy to me. Because I've thought about it before, I guess, but like I've never really thought about like, yeah, there was some dude up there risking his neck to take the picture.
And then the dude's just sitting up there, right, eating lunch. It's like hope their wives made him a good sandwich, right? Like, what a fucking PB&J, man. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
We're 75 stories in the air. I gotta eat a PB&J, right?
God,
like,
dude.
Where's the turkey?
For real, I couldn't even imagine that.
That's nuts. And no harnesses, nothing.
And those dudes are building. A lot of those guys, they were building like in the Babe Ruth era. I mean, like this is like way back.
Right, and you see like we build skyscrapers now, right? And it's kind of like, oh yeah, no problem. Like we know the technology's fire,
and it's still sketchy for.
But they were building that shit back then. Like it's just crazy. Like these big buildings were.
Yeah, big steel buildings built by dudes with big steel balls. That's what that was. Because I wouldn't have gotten near that shit.
Yeah, dude.
No way.
All right. The number 2 most valuable card is a 1952 Topps 311 quote backstory Mickey Mantle card that sold for 5.2 million this year.
Yeah.
Now this was not a rookie card, but this card was a backstory card. Backstory was a little, I guess, type of Topps card that they created that had a little backstory about the player, but it wasn't successful.
Yeah.
Right? So in 1960, the owner of Topps, he had 500 cases of backstory cards dumped into the Hudson River.
Yeah.
Now, we are not sure if this card was recovered out of the Hudson River.
Yeah.
The article said it did, but I don't know.
And that was like...
That'd be like really hard.
A little too much digging for me to figure out right now, but either way...
Yeah.
The fact that like somebody got a hold of that card that they were all just discarded.
Yeah, which means like you had to get this card. You had to get this card in an 8-year time frame from 52 to 60. Because at 60, he was done with it, got rid of the rest of them.
That's crazy. Like
yeah.
And what was his number? That was 5.2.
That was 5.2 million. Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, man. And that's wild because it's really just showing his backstory. That's not that big of a thing, but like the fact that he destroyed it all made it. Yeah,
and like nowadays, like that's what the typical cards have. They have a backstory.
Yeah.
Right? Like stats and where they're from, like all that kind of shit. So interesting. But if you want to go dive at the bottom of the Hudson. You'll probably find bodies. The number 1, the rarest baseball card ever, most expensive, is, I got this right, a 1911 American Tobacco Company Onus Wagner.
First off, the word Onus is a badass name. Can you hand me a beer?
I can.
Because I feel like he would be drinking one when he's talking baseball. But dude, I didn't even realize. First off, I had heard maybe I heard it a long time ago, but I hadn't heard it in a while.
You'll know if you saw the card.
As soon as I saw the picture.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Yeah, I've seen that face.
Mm-hmm. He was known as the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah. And how do you spell Onus?
Honus.
Yeah.
It's sold for $6.6 million in August of this year. That's a lot of money for a little piece of cardboard.
Yeah, and it was like that because he basically, and it was like an illustration, right? Like
basically like a water painting.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And like they didn't sell that many of them because there was a whole back and forth in that article about like he was like he didn't want his face out there that much, or they were making money off of his likeness, too much. All that whole thing.
Yeah, he basically halted production of his own card.
Yeah,
that's why it's that rare.
And then it's boom.
Yeah,
but the dude was a boss. Like his stats were ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's such a weird photo. Like the card itself is like a weird.
Dude, that's back in the day. Like
I know, but he's just like it reminds me of like the painting up. I forget what it's called, but it's the husband and wife with the pitchfork.
Oh, dude, yeah, but like okay, so if it was a colored in painting, like they had to have had like some picture they colored in, right? Because black and white.
Yeah,
and they colored in. But I'm just saying back then, dude, like for the lens, you had while all those pictures are so stern, it's because you had to sit there and wait for the thing to like the process of taking the picture to occur.
Yeah, it's probably upset. Like, come on.
So like if you move, it blurs it and you ruin the whole thing. See, that's why they had to sit there so still.
It's like an MRI.
It was like you can't smile that long because the shit hurt. You know what I mean? You're just like you're over it.
I can't hold it any longer.
It's like
the photo.
I'm done with that. And yeah, you had to sit there for a minute, or I don't know exactly how long, but regardless,
that makes sense. Yeah.
That's why it was. And like the garment they were wearing is like the funniest thing to me. Like he's out there playing baseball, like with this collar buttoned up, like wool shit.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
The pants were just so baggy.
Yeah, because dude, when I was in that
stirrups,
that Jackie Robinson movie, 42,
yeah,
we had legit wool uniforms. Like they made them like they were back in the day style uniforms.
Yeah, so they had those produced.
Yeah,
with the material they used back then.
Yeah,
heavy wool.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And let me tell you something.
Well, you went out there in like June, wasn't it?
It was late June in Tennessee.
Ugh.
And it was scorching, dude.
God damn, it's a lot of degrees out there.
Yeah,
Shit.
dude. I mean, they wanted it to be all real and authentic, and like it was. I mean, and those things are heavy. I'm like, dude, these dudes are out there like.
Yeah, you got to get the legit reaction.
Yeah. But it was cool. They had the old gloves and how like each finger.
The
was
gloves are
separate.
the ugliest things.
Yeah, but each finger's separate.
Like, dude, think about it. So like, when you're playing catch with Taylor.
Yeah.
Sometimes that ball hurts when it hits the mitt, right? If you don't
Mm-hmm.
catch it right. I can't imagine how bad it hurt back then, just slapping that.
Dude, imagine being the catcher.
Mm.
Like, literally, that dude's hurling it down there.
Yeah, it's like, man, this...
Because, like, when I played catcher, like, the year before high school, I mean, I played during Little League and all, and I played... But shout out Chase LeBlanc. He threw hard as hell.
Yeah. And
that shit wasn't always accurate. I mean, I'm not dissing you there. I'm just saying you threw hard, and it was coming down there. I mean, like... I remember batters being like, man, fuck this. You're like scared. But so was I. Because like that shit was bouncing and like getting, I mean.
My final year in Jersey when I caught, there was a kid named Andrew Colmar who was on my team. And he would steam it. I mean, steam it in there. And I mean, he threw harder than anyone in the league. There's not a doubt. Mm-hmm. But yeah, when it's coming, man. I mean, luckily catcher's mitts are made for that kind of shit. But
I mean, yeah. But still, it hits you in that palm part where there's not really
the palm
padding.
part. It's over, dude. You can't feel the hand, the stinging,
and it's a dull. It's like a not dull, but deep sting. It's like boom.
Literally the definition of a stinger.
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
Oh my god, and you can feel it for a minute. So
yeah,
no wonder. But yeah, them gloves are ugly as hell.
They were ugly, man.
And he's holding one, isn't he? Doesn't he have him like against his chest? And that owner's Wagner card.
Oh, I don't know. I just literally just remember seeing him in like a gray.
Either way, I couldn't imagine finding one of those.
No,
nuts.
It's like treasure.
Like treasure. Some dude in Israel this past weekend stumbled probably upon the find of a lifetime.
For him, yeah.
For him. Check this shit out. A scuba diver who was in Jerusalem was scuba diving off the coast of Israel in the Mediterranean seabed. He was roughly 150 meters off the coast in 15 feet of water. Because of the tides had changed, I guess. I don't know if they had some system over there or whatever, but it uncovered the seaboard was very clear. He noticed that it uncovered a bunch of new stuff, right? The sand.
Yeah.
And laying on the bottom of the ocean floor, 15 feet deep, was a 900-year-old Crusader's sword. That the blade on the sword was 3 feet long.
Yeah.
Listen, go literally Google it right now.
Yeah.
It's insane how large this sword is.
Yeah, we'll have to put that sword like on the
I'll put
on
it
the
on
cover
the
photo at least.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be him holding
both
that
ways.
thing.
Because I'm looking at that sword going, that sword plus the gear they have to wear.
And sword was made of iron.
Yeah.
So like it had to have been 40 pounds minimum.
Like minimum, dude.
Minimum 40 pounds.
And I was thinking like plus all their armor
Right.
and the sword. And like, dude, you watch all these movies and they're sitting there like they're going nuts fighting and all that. And I'm like, dude, I bet that shit was so much slower in reality.
Yeah.
You know, but like
Unless it was the Vikings, because they were just disgustingly strong.
They didn't fuck with armor either.
Well, that's also true. They just went out there with a shield.
Yeah, and went after it.
Yeah. But man, cannot believe this dude finds it on Saturday.
So wait. Oh, I'm sorry, but he wasn't scuba diving. He
was scuba diving.
Okay. But the tide went out a bit, and he could like.
Yeah. So I guess
from
what they said was they believe a weather system had come through and kind of, it's like here, like when after storms people go out metal detecting and all.
Oh man, it is so funny. Like you go out to the beach and you just it's birds everywhere, this, that, and the other. Go after a hurricane, it's just people with little
metal
beep,
detectors
beep wands going nuts, up and down.
And they
the
find
beach.
stuff too. I mean, there's no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, this dude finds it. Instead of leaving it, he obviously takes it. I'm taking it home too.
Mm-hmm.
It was covered in marine organisms, but you can clearly tell what it is. And he turned it into the Antiquities Authority of Israel.
Yeah.
Which they gave him a certificate.
Like no money?
A certificate of civil something. Didn't say he got paid.
So this dude found this sword and gets nothing.
Listen, shame on him, first of all, for giving something to the government that you found.
Yeah, I'm not giving the government anything.
No. I'm not giving them a thing. That thing is coming home with me.
Yeah, dude.
It's a fact.
Well, it's coming home with me, or I'm selling it to a
museum can pay my ass.
museum or whoever the hell, buys these expensive baseball cards.
We're talking they used this sword in the early 12th century.
Yeah.
And you're just going to give it away? It's mind-blowing.
No way.
No way.
No way, man.
There's not a chance. We've talked about the Cape Fear Explorers here, right? Finding the cannons and stuff.
Yeah.
And they do that for fun. We know that stuff's here.
Yeah.
He didn't know, and those cannons are like 200 years old, right? Yeah, it's part of our history that we can actually talk about. We don't know anything about the Crusaders in the 12th century.
Yeah, I mean the thing. To me, I would have never gave it to the government, but I think it's an awesome ass find.
Yeah, it's such a cool find.
I mean, but to me, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, they used to say people were smaller, right?
Yeah, it's true.
And that sword is that big. That's what I'm sitting here trying to do the math on that in terms of a person carrying all that gear and that sword, lugging it around.
Like, I'm here to tell you, the photo, the dude looks like he's about 6 foot, and he's holding this sword in his hand, and like the butt of the sword is probably at his waist, and the tip of the sword is over his head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like what you would see, like...
Is that the actual guy who found it?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
He's all smiling. That was probably before they gave him his little certificate.
Yeah. Thanks for being a good citizen.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Caddyshack.
No, I'm sure he has to get something out of it.
Dude, if he doesn't, that's bullshit.
Well, he's a clown.
Yeah, because think about it. I mean, like, what are the odds of you finding something that cool again, that rare?
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Just not.
And you blew it.
And I'm sure, like, wherever he was, I'd be going right back to that spot and going down again. I mean, he was 150 meters off the coast and it was only 15 foot deep.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Well, that is a good point. That going back to the same spot, if it's like, is there could there be other items there? Yeah, but like they might be like less weight. Because I really want to go. Like, I want to.
Could have moved a lot.
Yeah.
And this thing was 45 pounds of iron just sitting
and
there.
It didn't move, and the rest of the shit got scattered elsewhere, and that could have been the original.
Probably true.
I mean, maybe, who knows? But to me, like the thing I find cool about all that stuff, besides like the inner Indiana Jones in me, like the fact that it's just sitting there waiting to be discovered.
Yeah.
Like time is dusted over. They say like,
for 900 years.
Like dust in the wind, right?
Yeah.
So just mad dust, if you think dust in quotes, over time just covered and covered and covered. The earth was moving a bit, changing, and it's just sitting there, patient, waiting for some dude in 2021 to just find it sitting in the sand.
Yeah, picks it up off the floorboards. Oh, yeah, my ass is getting tired. Yeah, about time someone found me.
Like, think of what that sword... We have no idea what that sword saw, conquered.
Or, like the man who swung it.
Yeah, it's interesting because, like, we got a good buddy, Joe Dean, shout out to Joe, his dad. He's really into, like, Revolutionary War, Civil War, collectible stuff. Mm-hmm. And this man will go to, like, look on the maps of old maps, go to those places and just camp out there for X amount of time and just dig. Yeah. And just get after it. He has all this cool stuff. I mean, like, belt buckles, all this crap. And it's like, man, and it kind of goes back to that whole William Shatner thing about how you have to go up really high to know how smart you really are. Well, actually, let's be clear. William Shatner didn't say that. It was the guy that jumped out of the Red Bull thing that took him up all the way.
Yeah.
But anywho, it's like all the stories that came behind that belt buckle, like what that belt buckle saw, like went through. I mean, like we're reading in history books what that thing actually went through.
Yeah.
It's just wild. It's just wild.
It's great. And like,
blows my mind.
Those Cape Fear Explorer dudes a couple weeks ago, I sent you.
Yeah, we got to get them on the show.
Yeah, we have to. But they found it was a moon tide, low tide, and they didn't even have to get out the boat. They could see stuff stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
And they found like 3 or 4 bottles. They found like a medicine thing, all sorts of like cool ass shit that was just chilling.
Yeah. But that being said, it's not as easy as just going out in your boat and finding this shit.
No, it doesn't.
This requires an immense amount of time and patience.
Yeah,
like those cats, like the cats here, I guarantee you, they are barely moving in that boat, and they're just you got 3 sets of eyeballs out there looking,
and they're just doing nothing but studying maps.
Oh, dude, all the time. I mean,
just okay, here, like,
but good on them, man. Because I love the local history.
The local history is very cool. But man, I couldn't imagine ever finding a Crusader sword.
Nah, so you check that out. We'll post that.
I'm definitely gonna post it up.
And like, I don't know. Honestly, finding anything out there like Israel and all that, that's like, it's just wild to think about. Because I remember when they, I was a kid, but they found that what they thought was Jesus's tomb. Because like, obviously he wasn't there, his body, but like there was a tomb in there. Or there was a tomb that said like James because that was the brother of Jesus and all that, and then like a slab that had said, Jesus or whatever the heck,
Mm-hmm.
But it was crazy. I just remember stuff like that. So anything over there that they find, I'm interested in.
Oh yeah, I mean that's basically where we feel like it started.
Yeah, I mean that's like, not in Israel, but just
the
cradle of civilization is over there in the Middle East.
Yeah, for sure. It's really wild to think about.
Mm-hmm.
900-year-old sword. Wish I could get me one. Real quick. So I don't know if I told this, the ghost story, right? The only ghost I've ever seen in Ocean Isle. I don't know if I've told this story on the pod or not.
No, dude, because I think that was a practice run, wasn't it?
I think it was a practice run when I told the ghost story.
Yeah.
Anyway, for those that don't know, a couple years ago we were in Ocean Isle. It was raining all day. I was like reading up on the history of Ocean Isle from back in the war and all that, right? That night, it was a full moon, not a cloud in the sky. It was like midnight. Emily and I go out to walk on the beach, and I have a little speaker, and she forgot her phone or something like that. And so she goes back up. Now it's, like I said, not a cloud in the sky, no wind, nothing. And I got my back to the water, and I'm like fidgeting with the Bluetooth speaker, and it like shadow kind of dark. I'm like, what the fuck? The wind comes out of nowhere. It's blowing like 30 miles an hour. And I turn to my right, so now I'm turning around looking at the water line to the north, right? Coming from the north, going south, is this giant black blob that I see. Now, listen, I've never seen a ghost in my life. Nothing. It's not that I don't believe in them, but like, I don't know. I've never seen one. This thing is flying down the water line. And the way the beach goes, it kind of curls back in towards the houses and keeps going. And this man blows right past me. And I can see from the back of his silhouette, it's someone on a horse. But it's just a black blob. And the wind is whipping. And this all happens in about 10, 15 seconds. And he doesn't go along with the water line. He just right into the water, disappears. And that's it. It's over. My heart's like pumping. Like it's about to explode out of my chest. It's like 30 yards from me.
And could you clearly see the outline, or is it kind of blurry?
When he passed me, looking at him, it was a silhouette of you could see like this. High in the air.
Yeah, and did it? I mean,
there was a man on a horse.
But could you tell the garments he was wearing?
No. It was a black silhouette.
Yeah,
of a man riding a horse. while I'm talking about this, M sends me an article like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
And during the war, the military patrolled the coastline via horseback in Ocean Isle.
The Revolutionary War?
Yes. And she said, there's where you saw your ghost. And they only used horseback as their primary protection on the coastline in Ocean Isle.
Damn.
So I had to throw that out.
And you know what, man? We're going to do, now that we're talking about this, I think the Halloween, we need to have a Halloween special.
Next week.
Yeah. So we'll throw it out there. If you have any ghost stories, any of you rounders out there have some good ghost stories. I mean, like legit ones either happened to you or somebody you know, hit us up. We'll read them out. We'll do whatever, shout you out. But I like to hear some true, real ghost stories.
Right. And we're not talking like, oh, a door shut one night. We're not like,
no, I don't want to hear.
Like, I'll tell you, this was so real to me that I ran up to the house we were staying at in Ocean Isle on the beach and FaceTimed you.
Yeah.
And then I recorded the entire thing I just saw in like a voice note.
Yeah.
Because it was that like
he was and like John he's not really into all that stuff. Neither one of us watch scary movies. We don't do that shit. But like when he was that startled, I was like, man, that's probably the real deal. He saw something.
I mean, like, you don't understand. The moon was so bright. I mean, the night before we were out kicking the soccer ball at midnight on the beach.
Yeah.
Because you could see.
Yeah, because the moon that bright.
This was just a black blob.
And that's the thing, like, so when the moon's reflecting off the ocean like that and the sand, I mean, you can see.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah.
Damn, that's wild.
That was wild.
So anyway,
send us your ghost stories.
We'll put a reminder up next week for y'all to send it over.
Yep.
And we'll get that going.
For sure. All right, let's get into sports.
Yep.
Tonight, MLB, Game 5 ALCS, the Astros at the Red Sox. The series is tied 2-2. Boston is favored, -125 on the money line. The over-under is 9.5.
I took Boston the over before we even got on this podcast.
All right, there you have it, folks. Also tonight, Game 4 of the NLCS. The Atlanta Braves at the LA Dodgers. Series is 2-1.
That's tomorrow night.
No, it's tonight at 8 p.m.
What?
Both games are tonight.
Damn.
They play 3 games. So they did 2 in Atlanta, day off.
Well, I think Scene got his days mixed up. That's why That's why I said it like that.
Oh. Fairly sure you want to double check for me while I continue this? Atlanta should be up 3-0. They blew a 5-2 lead in the 8th inning last night, thanks to a 3-run absolute moonshot by Cody Bellinger.
Yeah, that was incredible, dude, because they had that game. They had
Locked up, dude.
They had it, dude. I was mad. I felt bad for like the players and all that because they had that thing locked. I felt bad, obviously, for the pitcher, but he threw it. Now, here's what's crazy, and Scene couldn't come on today. He had stuff going on, but he called it. He said when that Bellinger dude got up there, he said, throw it low. Throw it low. First pitch, low. That second one, I think it was the second pitch, it was a high fastball. Because Scene literally, what?
Keep going.
Scene literally said it. He said this dude crushes high fastballs.
This was the highest fastball he has hit for a home run this year.
Yeah, but he said it. Like Taylor Lewis said it, and then it happened. I was like, good God.
Taylor knows, dude. He studies it.
Yeah, man. So, but I think you messed up. It is tonight. Both games are tonight.
Okay, confirmed.
It is confirmed, and like I need to reconfirm with him, make sure he knows. Because
I'll tell you who wasn't all that mad about it was my boy Tebow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he purchased yesterday during the day. He bought tickets to Game 6 in Atlanta.
Nice.
And was like, I mean, I'm hoping they just sweep them, but like at the same time, if they sweep them, do my Game 6 tickets turn into World Series
How much
tickets?
are those tickets?
I didn't ask him.
I was just curious if he told you.
I'm sure he got them. His dad works for Peter Millar.
Got it. But dude, we were talking though, if the Braves make it to the World Series, just going down to the Battery. Just to be there.
If I was a Braves fan, I'd be. Obviously, I won't be able to because that's going to be happening like right when I'm getting married. But,
oh, really? Damn.
Well, yeah, the World Series happens right after these.
Yeah, but I thought there was like a pause, and then I guess that timing would go.
If you were to go, it would be next weekend.
Yeah. Huh? I don't know.
Either way,
just an idea.
Just an idea. So yeah, check that out tonight. I know I'll be definitely tuned in.
Hell yeah.
Because I mean, at this point, I want the Braves to win.
I wanted Braves-Boston World Series.
Braves-Boston be fun, and also, like, if the Braves win the whole thing, like, oh, shit, like, we saw that World Series winning team this year.
Yeah, and if you're a listener up north, like, for us down here, like, we view Boston as, like, the Braves of the North. You know what I mean? That's kind of how we see it.
Boston as the Braves of the North.
Yeah.
Why not the Mets?
I mean, because Boston, the rivalry with the Yankees, like all that kind of stuff. Like this was just how we viewed it. Like because the Yankees were like the northern top dog, and then you had Boston always going at it.
27 championships. We know, dude.
That's what I'm saying. But like the Mets wasn't even like whatever.
We're not even good enough to be.
Sorry, dude.
We're not even good enough to like fucking have like a rivalry.
That's what I mean. So why would you like? Yeah, Boston's the Braves of the North.
I know it's so bad. Let's get into the NFL. MLB is miserable for me. All right, Thursday night football tomorrow night. We have Denver Broncos in Cleveland at the Cleveland Browns. News came out today. Case Keenum is starting for Cleveland Browns. Also, no Nick Chubb. Also, no Kareem Hunt. Also, Odell Beckham is hurt too, shoulder. And also, no Jarvis Landry. So, Denver is plus 1.5.
They're plus 1.5?
Yeah.
I'm taking that all day long.
All day long.
Is that Denver?
No, it's in Cleveland, but
sorry.
who cares?
It doesn't matter.
No Baker, no Hunt.
Yeah.
No Chubb, no Beckham, no Landry.
Dude, because Denver's won some games, man. They're not like...
Oh,
I'm smacking the hell out of that. That's...
Their offense is gonna have the ball all the time.
But
Denver's offense will have the ball for a long time because Cleveland's offense isn't gonna be able to do shit.
Yeah.
So Sunday, 1:00 games. Here we go. Falcons minus 2.5 in Miami. I also read today Miami is open to having discussions with Deshaun Watson, which is so dumb because he'll never play. Like I don't think the NFL will ever let him play. But whatever. Miami's dismal.
Yeah.
Tua's not the answer. Tua should be number Tua in line.
Yeah.
Because
for sure, dude.
He ain't good enough.
I mean, honestly, I'm going to stay away from that game.
Yeah, I am too.
No.
Speaking of dismal teams, the Panthers. Minus 3 in New York at the Giants. Favored at the Giants, but...
Is McCaffrey playing?
No, they put him on the IR. 3 weeks. So last week, this is week 2. He's out next week too.
I'm taking Panthers minus 3.
I'm not. Giants. All right, Bengals plus 6.5 in Baltimore at the Ravens. Bengals been playing well. The Ravens have been playing better.
Yeah. I'm going to go on a limb, though, because like the Ravens just had a big... I'm going Bengals spread. Yeah,
I'm going to take Bengals here, too. I'm going to buy a point, get that 7.5 hook. So if it goes to overtime, you automatically win.
I like that.
Okay. Kansas City Chiefs, minus 5.5 in Tennessee at the Titans. We saw what the Titans did Monday night at home against the Bills. Phenomenal game. Bills, what are you doing? Just tie it. 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Kick the field goal. Go to overtime. Josh Allen slips.
Yeah.
I had Josh Allen anytime touchdown plus 152. And that was the second time he was stuffed at the goal line that game.
Yeah. I'm taking the Chiefs, whatever that spread is.
Yeah.
Because, and this is why I say this, like, I had a feeling, because the Bills just beat the Chiefs and then they went to the Titans. Or wherever the hell, right? That's where they just were?
Yes. So you're right, coming off a high.
Yeah. And so the Chiefs just lost to the Bills, and they're ready to rock.
Well, no, they didn't. The Chiefs.
Or that's what I'm, yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, that's where
Titans off a big win, just like the Bills were off a big win.
That's what I'm trying to get at here.
Well, there you go. I'll help you out.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're taking Chiefs minus 5.5. The over-under in this game is 57. That is a lot.
It makes sense, though.
Yeah. But that'll be that's the 1:00 game to watch for sure. Then we have the Jets plus 7 in New England. Belichick has made the Jets like his little child for years.
Mm-hmm.
I think they do it again.
I'd buy a half point, though.
Minus 6.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just because, man.
Rounding out the 1:00 games, we have the Washington football team in Green Bay. Green Bay is minus 8.5. I'm going to take that all day.
All day long, dude.
Aaron Rodgers, now I've said this many times before, I think he's a weirdo. You don't talk to his family and all that. But what he did when he ran that touchdown in Chicago was some fucking baller shit.
Yeah, dude.
He said, I've owned you my whole fucking life.
Yeah.
I still own you. I still own you.
Did you see that live?
Yes.
Dude, it was so cool because you could hear him saying it.
Yeah, clear as day.
It wasn't like real loud, but like you could hear him.
I still own you.
Yeah, I still own you, dude.
The first thing he said, I've owned you my whole fucking life, and I still own you. I still own you. As he's doing his discount double check.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, damn.
I mean, it got me jacked up. I thought it was a badass moment.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was like, dude.
Except his little mullet that he's trying to pull. Dude, it's just gross, man.
It would look cool if he actually wore like a cool jersey, but he wears like an old school, like loose fitting jersey.
No, it'd look cool if he was like a bad motherfucker and like ripped cigs and like wore a leather jacket and like rode Harleys. Like he doesn't do any of that.
Such an emotional, like weirdo. Like I say, he's a weirdo that doesn't talk to his family. It's like, I don't know.
Honestly, I don't like he's just not like that moment he got pumped up, but he's always like relaxed and just like real he's just like,
I mean, incredible in the 2-minute situation, though.
Yeah.
Dude, you give him 25 seconds and 2 timeouts, he's going to get you a field goal. And then, all right, 4 o'clock games. We have the Lions plus 15 in L.A. at the Rams. The Lions, hands down, worst team in football.
Yeah. For sure. But plus 15?
That's a lot of points.
That surely is.
And the odds are the same. Minus 110 for both.
Honestly, that's a game I'm going to stay away from.
Yeah, me too. I just don't. I can't trust it. Eagles plus 3 in Las Vegas. And we all know what happened with the Vegas shit.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I might take the Eagles plus 3.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna take the Eagles plus 3. It seems like every week they get a little better, a little better, a little better.
Yeah.
So, we had the Bears plus 12.5 in Tampa Bay. Excuse the dogs.
Yeah, sorry. Bears plus 12.5
in Tampa Bay.
No.
It's like, okay, I know, but like, does Tom? If anything, take the first half spread.
Yeah.
Tom loves covering that, and then he just leaves the back door open for anyone to stroll through.
That has been a trend.
So yeah, I don't know. Texans. This is the biggest spread of the week, even bigger than 15. The Texans are plus 17.5 in Arizona. That's insane.
Plus 17.5.
Plus 17.5.
It's crazy. Like the spreads this year are like straight up college spreads. You know what I mean?
They're humongous spreads.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to touch it. Sunday Night Football, Colts plus 4 in San Francisco. We are struggling. I mean, we had a bye week.
I'm taking Colts plus 4. I'm just going to tell you right now.
Okay, well, I'm going to take Niners. Whatever, we'll get back to it. Monday Night Football, Saints minus 5 in Seattle, going Jameis all day.
I'm with it.
Shout out to young James watching his dogs right now, and they love to bark. Pick 'em update before we wrap it up. Wepler is still leading. He's been leading for like 4 weeks now. 58 total points. Coach Cloud in second. Brando in third. And then Kaiser in fourth with 50. That's probably going to be Kaiser's eight points back. He's probably going to be the only one that can catch up. Young John at 49 could have a chance.
Yeah.
Wepler, I texted Wepler last week. I said, still leading, bud. Good stuff. He goes, I'm winning that fishing trip.
Hell yeah.
That's all he said back to me.
Hell yeah, Wep.
I'm winning the fishing trip. So shout out to Wep. Good kid.
And also shout out to all you rounders listening and tuning in every week. We appreciate you.
We absolutely appreciate you guys.
Yeah, so before the end of the year, we're going to do a re-up on some koozies. And we always talk about the dang shirts, but we're going to get them made. So be on the lookout.
Yeah, Jimmy he had a meeting with a company here, so we're going to get some designs together. I got a couple in my head already.
Yep.
And that'll be it. We'll catch you guys next week, the Halloween special, episode 49. And I think we will have a guest for that.
Hopefully.
Dan's coming. He wants to be on.
Right.
He texted me. We'll catch you guys then. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. Enjoy it. Peace.
Later.